everyone, the Dominator here. Welcome to another video. And today, I'm gonna do the top 5 dumbest things Nintendo has ever done. Alright, so I don't have the title, like the cards for this one. I don't know what happened to those cards. So we're gonna start with number 5. Oh yeah, number 5. Oh, you know, in 1992-ish, Mortal Kombat was a smash hit in arcades. Yeah, it was awesome. Blood, gore, spines getting ripped out. Someone legs being ripped off from someone's body, and they start getting hit with their own leg. I'm just kidding. I made that one up, but it's possible. Well, anyway, the time finally came for Mortal Kombat, this very violent arcade classic, to be brought to the home consoles. Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. Ultimately, they ended up going to both systems, and the Super Nintendo version had the blood and gore completely cut out, and altered some of the fatalities. The Genesis version, on the other hand, kept all of this. All of it. And you know what else happened? For the Genesis version, you're in the code. I honestly have to give a round of applause to the parents who found out about this code before our kids did. So, you know, and then Mortal Kombat 2 came around, and what do they do? What does Nintendo do? Oh, they put the blood back in. Yeah, full force. And you know what? You know, this whole thing inspired like the rating system. I don't have a game on me at the moment that has this, but you know, that little label on like the bottom left corner of your game. Yeah. Rated by the ESRB, the Entertainment Software Rating Board. Same people who same people who never mind. And it's crazy. Like, what was the point? if you're just gonna like take out the blood for one game, put it back in another. Of course, this is probably because Nintendo felt their censorship policies were no longer needed after the rating system. Which makes sense, because games like Doom and the Resident Evil series, those received a high content rating. Yeah. Number 4. Oh, the Game Genie. I don't know why the Mortal Kombat thing had to be number 5, but I didn't plan this out very well at all. At all. So, the Game Genie is made by Codemasters and in Canada was sold by a company, or distributed by a company called America, while Galoob was responsible for delivering them here, distributing them here in the United States. Well, see, Nintendo's law thing is not very lenient towards anything. Later on this list, we'll get to that, but right now, it's just they saw the Game Genie and they're like it creates derivative works. Like if, say, I took this Nintendo Entertainment System controller backpack and I scribbled all over it. It actually did have a tag with the official Nintendo still thing. Where is it? I have it up here. Yeah, official Nintendo licensed product. I feel like if I took this, customized it, and then sold it without Nintendo's permission. But not a cheat device. Of course, the Game Genie wasn't advertised as a cheat device. No, it was advertised as a video game enhancer. Whatever that means. Right? And so they took this and they wanted to do everything they can. They wanted to do everything they could to take this thing down. They sued the makers, both US and Canada. Now the release, the American release was, the United States release was delayed. However, in Canada, these things were going on, so they printed full-page ads that were like, "Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Canada." Ultimately, Nintendo lost, and Game Genie was very successful. And you know what? I'm glad Nintendo lost, because they're just, I don't know. Anyway, number 3. Now, this one is Nintendo tries too hard to be innovative. I mean, they've experimented with motion controls since the NES days, with the Power Glove and the U-Force, and they sucked. Anyway, they had all sorts of accessories for NES. A gun, and of course every console had a gun, so maybe the other guns were derivative works. Anyway, so so they had all sorts of things, and then the Super Nintendo rolled around, and there wasn't really too much there. The only really true innovative thing is the way the Super Nintendo changed fighting games with their control. See? Isn't that hilarious? I say I don't have time to pull out a game from my shelf, and yet I have enough time to pull this out. The as you can see, it has a unique shape, and it fits really good in the hand, and has all sorts of buttons like D-pad, L and R, select start, X, Y, A, and B. Pretty cool, right? I agree. Really good for fighting games. And then of course, there was the FX chip that they placed in later games, like Star Fox had it. Doom maybe? I don't know who else had it. Anyway, the Nintendo 64 shoulder. Actually, no. This is before Nintendo 64. Go to 1995. You have the Virtual Boy. Years before the Wii, Nintendo released like the ugliest console I've ever seen. It was like a alright, so in 1995, the Nintendo and Sega released the Virtual Boy and the 32X. They look like small deformed mushrooms that you placed on something. Like with 32X, you place inside your Genesis, and the Virtual Boy is on a stand. So I guess that counts. Anyway, let me ask you this: would you like to play a game there's really no comfortable way of playing it? You have to position your neck in some sort of crazy way while looking into this thing with no head strap, colors in red and black. You'll get headaches. It even says on the box you'll get headaches, and that's pathetic. And because the colors are in red and black. It's like, did they not learn that handheld consoles should have a color palette of more than 2 colors? I don't get it. Why, Nintendo? Why? How can you release such a thing? No one's ever gonna want to play it, but people did. They found it. They were curious. Several people had headaches that day. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anyway, the stupid thing was discontinued and replaced with the Nintendo 64. This reminds me of another thing. Nintendo and Sega in 1995, they released these ugly mushroom-looking things, except the Virtual Boy was more deformed. It was a deformed mushroom, not a stand. And they were both discontinued months after, somewhere in '96, and had bigger, better consoles replace them. Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64. There are a couple differences between those two consoles. Saturn used discs, and 64 used cartridges. N64 was discontinued what year? 2003, I think. And the Saturn did so bad worldwide, it was discontinued in 97. So, anyway, number 2, the Wii U at launch. The Wii U. Sure, it's a good console. Now, but when it came out, the Wii U didn't get the best reviews. It did not. How Nintendo managed to turn this around is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. To me, sure, it has some good games. Zelda, Star Fox, Mario. Yeah, those are all Nintendo characters. Those aren't I don't know a single third-party game that was on the Wii U off the top of my head. I can't name one. I just can't. It was an overhyped. It was overhyped. I mean, seriously, the Wii U. The Wii U. This was the best they could do. Out of all the names they could and directions that they could have taken this, out of all the names they could have chosen and all the directions they could have taken this project, they decided to make it an overhyped Wii revival. Has a virtual console, has an eShop. However, it doesn't really focus on motion controls. Rather, it has two main ways to play the game: a gamepad with a giant screen in the middle. Imagine this, except smaller and having a screen right in the middle. Kind of like a Sega Game Gear. Look up a picture. Because I'm using my tablet to play background music. Yeah, put on a 10-hour loop. It's been going on for a good 18 minutes now, so I'm proud of myself. I don't understand. How could they release such a thing? You could also use the controller and the gamepad at the same time. I was at a friend's house and I was playing Mario Maker with his cousin the day my mom was going to pick me up, and yeah, it was really weird. But a good feature of the Wii U is that using the gamepad, you can actually play Wii U games without looking at the TV. I know this because one of the times I was over there, I played I played MLB The Show 13 for PS3 on the TV, and then my friend's cousin and my friend's cousin's cousin, they played Smash behind us on the gamepad. It intrigued me a lot. Anyway, number 1, Nintendo's Nintendo themselves, they've made some really dumb decisions. Let's take a look at 3 of their most recent ones. They don't have a game for the 30th anniversary of Metroid, at least not yet. Not yet. They took down a fan game. It was a remake of the Game Boy Classic Metroid 2: Return of Samus. Been in development for 6 years. It comes out like 2 weeks. It came out like 2 weeks ago, only for Nintendo themselves to shut it down. And then you might have heard of Pokemon Uranium, another fan game, been in development for a long time, taken down like almost as soon as it was released by Nintendo. Why? Like, Sega doesn't do that. In fact, you know. Hi.
We're gonna watch SummerSlam.
Okay. I'll be right out. Sorry about that. Why? Like, you know, Sega, they're not the best company in the world. Oh, far from, but they're good. They've shown signs of improvement. That's a start, right? Well, there are 2 guys by the names of Taxman and Stealth that they've made ROM hacks of Sonic the Hedgehog and fan games. Stealth was most known for like making a hack of Sonic the Hedgehog that put Knuckles into Sonic 1. He wasn't in there before due to palette problems, but because Knuckles would make everything red in the entire game. So everything in the entire game red. So they decided to release Blue Sphere instead. Well, that's fine, but he used less red on Knuckles, so yeah, that was good. And then you know, there are people making fan games. Taxman and Stealth were hired by Sega to make the upcoming Sonic Mania game, a 2D side scroller that is people are calling the True Sonic 4. It is coming out spring 2017. So Sega wants this game to be absolutely perfect. Now, they've also made they also were the ones responsible for putting Sonic 1, 2, and CD on mobile devices. Yeah, they remastered them too. You can find the remastered version of Sonic CD on consoles too. So that's pretty cool. However, the remastered versions of Sonic 1 and 2 are exclusive to mobile devices. Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2 did get mobile port too, but I'm not sure if they were responsible for it. I don't think they were. See, Nintendo Sega hired the people that were making fan games to make an actual Sega game. and Nintendo shuts them down like a self-aware computer. If it doesn't want to be played, it'll shut itself down. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know any self-aware computers. Except for maybe Microsoft Bob, but that's a different story. I don't know what else to say. Nintendo took years of people's hard work and reduced them to nothing. Which is why I've lost all faith in Nintendo. I honestly hope the Nintendo NX fails. I hope it does. I've lost all faith in Nintendo because of this whole thing. I still play Nintendo consoles. Yeah. Because yeah, I'm safe, but I'm safe behind the defense of the cartridge base, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64. Anyway, that about does it for this video. I know this is kind of long. I can't help it. I'll address this in a future video, but yeah. Oh, I'm also doing a little contest. Comment any game that. Now, I want you guys to comment the name of a game you want me to play. It can be any system, any game. But don't spam me with requests. It has to be a game that I know, which you guys probably don't know. So yeah, that's about it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.